So, once upon a time, there was P. Little Thrigs. Actually, there was more than that. There was Palma Mig and Papa Fig. Papa Fig, that don't work, does it? But anyhow, altogether, that was 5 little figs. So one day, first of the P. Little Thrigs, he goes off down the road and he sees a man riding a wagon. He says, "Hey, mister, you sold me that straw to law. I want to build me a house and build me a hoss house." So he got straw, built him a hoss house, and along came the big wad wolf. He says, "Hey, Pidlig, let me in." Pidlig says, "Not by the chair of my hen. He says, "I'll puff and I'll huff and I'll hoe your blouse down." So he puffed and he huffed and he hoed his blouse down and he ate up the Pidlig. So second of the P. Little Thrigs, he goes off down the road and he sees a man riding a wagon. He says, "Hey, mister, will you sell me that straw to licks? I want to build me a house and build me a hick strass." So he built him a strass out of hicks, and along came the big wad wolf. He says, "Hey, Pidlig, let me in." Pidlig says, "Not by the chair of my hen. He says, "I'll puff and I'll huff and I'll hoe your blouse down." So he puffed and he huffed and he hoed his blouse down and he ate up the Pidlig. Now the third of the P. Little Thrigs, he goes off down the road and by God, he sees another man riding a wagon. He says, "Hey, mister, you sold me that bro to licks. I want to build me a house. Build me a hick brouse." So he got the bricks, built him a hick brouse, and along came that big wad wolf. And he says, "Hey, Pidlig, let me in." Pidlig says, "Not by the chair, my hen. He says, "I'll puff and I'll huff and I'll hoe your blouse down." So he puffed and he huffed and he huffed and he puffed, but he couldn't hoe his blouse down. So he stuck his nose up the window. He says, "All right, Pidlig, you're absolutely root. I can't hoe your blouse down." But he thought to himself, "Well, I'll fix him. I'll climb up on the roof and I'll chide down the chimney." So he got up on the roof and he chid down the chimney. The third of the P. Little Thrigs was smart. He knew what was going on. He ran the kitchen, got himself a great big pot of boiling water. He stuck this pot of boiling water over the fireplace. When the big wad wolf hit it, he said, "Ouch! This is extremely painful to a wolf's gluteus maximum." But the P. Little Thrig, he ran the kitchen, got himself a real narp shife, cut the big wad wolf open, got his 2 little brothers out, and they had wolf stew for supper. And let me tell you, friends, that is wonderful, seasoned just right with pig ears, you know. But they danced and they sang, and the P. Little Thrigs lived heavily afterwards. And such concludes story time for the day. I hope you've enjoyed our little meeting, and I hope that you will come visit again. Good night, all.